What's up, Steelers Nation? It's Wednesday, July 23rd, and we've got a lot to cover. Because right now, the Pittsburgh Steelers aren't just building a team for 2025, they're showing the world what tradition looks like. From throwback uniforms to a new voice in the broadcast booth to one of the most anticipated training camps in years, this team is putting its legacy on full display. Let's start with the Throwbacks. On Sunday Night Football, October 26th, the Steelers will face off against the Green Bay Packers, two historic franchises on one of the biggest stages, and Pittsburgh will be wearing a fresh set of 1933 throwback uniforms. These aren't your average throwbacks. These are statement pieces. The jerseys are gold, with thick black horizontal stripes and massive white block letters outlined in black across the front. The left shoulder features the official crest of the city of Pittsburgh, a visual reminder that this team is deeply rooted in its hometown. The numbers on the back are big, bold, and black, keeping that vintage vibe alive. They'll be paired with beige pants and a gold matte helmet with a gray face mask and a black center stripe down the middle. It's a sharp look, and more importantly, it tells a story. Art Rooney II put it perfectly when he said, "These uniforms pay tribute to the origins of the Steelers franchise and the deep connection we have to our hometown." This isn't just a retro uniform drop, it's a tribute to everything the Steelers stand for. It's about showing up under the lights in front of a national audience and reminding everyone that Pittsburgh football has always been built on toughness, pride, and history. Speaking of honoring history, the broadcast booth is getting a meaningful upgrade too. Max Starks, former offensive tackle and two-time Super Bowl champ, is officially moving from the sidelines to the booth. Since 2021, Starks has been part of the Steelers audio network as the sideline analyst, but now he's taking over as the new color commentator, teaming up with Rob King for full game day coverage. Starks is one of those guys who doesn't just understand the Steelers' DNA, he lived it. He blocked for Ben Roethlisberger. He won under Mike Tomlin. He was part of some of the most physical and disciplined lines we've seen in the past 2 decades. And now he's bringing that insight directly to the fans, play by play. In his own words, "I have a tremendous amount of respect for the men who came before me, and I hope to bring that same level of excitement and insight fans expect." And it's not just Sundays where you'll hear him. Starks and King are also co-hosting In the Locker Room, a weekday morning show airing from 10 to noon on Steelers Nation Radio and Fox Sports Pittsburgh. It's part of a larger move by iHeartMedia to bring fans closer to the team than ever, on the airwaves, on the app, and across every digital channel. Bobby Loesch, market president for iHeartMedia Pittsburgh, said it best. Max brings a championship mindset, deep football knowledge, and an authentic connection with Steelers Nation. This isn't just a promotion, it's a continuation of what makes Steelers football feel personal. It's a win for the fans. And just when you thought the energy couldn't get any higher heading into camp, here comes Pat McAfee. Yep, the Pat McAfee Show is heading to Saint Vincent College for Steelers training camp on July 30th. That's right, McAfee and his full crew will be broadcasting live from Latrobe. If you've watched the show, you know what that means. Expect player interviews that go way off script, fan moments that blow up online, and coverage that feels more like a party than a press conference. McAfee doesn't just bring a mic, he brings a spotlight. His audience is massive, his energy is unfiltered, and having him set up shop at Steelers camp says a lot about where this franchise stands right now. National relevance, star power, a roster worth talking about. This year's camp is going to be must-see. The Steelers report to Saint Vincent College on July 23rd, and if you've ever been, you know Latrobe isn't just about practices. It's about tradition. It's where teams are forged. This marks nearly 60 years of Steelers camp at Saint Vincent, and 2025 might have more storylines than any in recent memory. Aaron Rodgers is here, Jalen Ramsey is here, DK Metcalf is stretching the field, Jonnu Smith is joining a stacked offense, Joey Porter Jr. is heading into year 2 looking like a future All-Pro, and the defense, still anchored by Cam Hayward, and still built to make quarterbacks miserable. There are questions to answer at wide receiver, in the secondary, and behind Rodgers at quarterback. Will Howard is learning under one of the greatest to ever do it. Caleb Johnson and Jaylen Warren will be battling for touches. And the offensive line, which has quietly become one of the most physical in the league, will be setting the tone. If you're heading to camp, expect a packed hill, fans everywhere, and autograph lines stretching across the field. If you're not making the trip, don't worry. SteelersFix will have full training camp coverage dropping daily. Position battles, depth chart updates, behind-the-scenes notes, everything you need to follow the story from day one. Here's the thing. This team isn't rebuilding. They're reloaded. And every move, every uniform, every broadcast upgrade, every bit of media buzz is another sign that the Steelers aren't just running it back. They're coming for more. Because this team doesn't forget where it came from, but it also knows exactly where it's going. That's it for today's episode of SteelersFix Daily. Make sure to follow us on every platform and check out the full article now live on SteelersFix.com. We'll be back later this week with full training camp reaction, more player breakdowns, and plenty of bold predictions. Until next time, this is Steelers Fix signing off. Here we go.